Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go!
Check Mike 6, Mike 6. Defense wins championships, baby. Bang, 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 bang.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, go. Sound go. Sound go.
Mike 6. Watch the slant.
Down to hit.
Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Water.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Let's go. Great.
Under crunch.
What is this?
Here's Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
What we got?
So Mike's number one. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Tiger.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
180.
Kill.
Now Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 3 bucks. 56, the mock boy, 56. Check 56. Hey, they're scared.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Here's Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
Easy.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check.
Here we go.
Now Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. They'll drop the throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back the way you can get it done.
17-0 our score after 1.
Let's go!
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. No.
Hey, goal. Sound goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Back.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Foles. His throw incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 50, check 50.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your look.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
56. Mike, 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll throw again from their own end zone. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He's at the 40, the 20. 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 98 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Watch the screen.
They go with Chubb on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
180. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's get it.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to put...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Hey, alert 33.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
56.
At the 36-yard line.
56.
From the 36, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Pick your game up. Real.
Now Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Foles now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch one. All you get is a headache. Kill. Mike one. You can't block me.
Fournette, a 1st down, still going. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Hey, alert!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his third.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
SOS.
Hey, Kaden.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run it again with Chubb. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. And the Browns first down.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Jaguars 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 3. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, Cadence.
Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Foles. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, high My 7. My 6.
Here's Foles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
13. Hey, Foxtrot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Switch. Shift.
Hurry.
Banjo.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Rolling to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Chubb on the counter. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Foles. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set! Waiting!
Back 6. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 37. Check 37.
Tiger.
Tight dog.
13. Go! Let's go!
Second and 10. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Conley. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Delta!
Here we go. Oh.
Delta, hit!
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
What we got?
So Mike's number one. Let's go. Watch twitch.
Great. What is it?
A shotgun give to Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.